Welcome to Hacker Refactor's Byte session at the CoLab. We're grateful to Adam for granting us the privilege to gather in this space and use it for all sorts of professional development. Thank you for remembering to bring your best selves to these sessions and for continuing to practice inclusivity in STEM. I'm Nathan, a member of Hacker Club, and we're glad you're here. We hold these events to provide a space for students of computer science to practice all sorts of skills together. Things like teaching our peers about a topic we're excited about, public speaking in a welcoming space, and showing up for people. Showing up for people helps us create a sense of belonging, which is our goal at Hacker, and the skills we're practicing help us better exceed at inclusive excellence, a vision we share with OSU. Byte sessions serve as inquiry and collaboration for your professional development that is due each term. If you're interested in doing a presentation yourself, come talk to me afterwards. Today, I am pleased to introduce Jill Hubbard and Dr. Rebecca Webb, who's around. Jill is the Computer Science Program Coordinator at OSU Cascades, as well as Hacker Refactor's advisor. And Dr. Webb is an instructor of engineering. Today, they are going to help us prepare for tomorrow's career fair. Please help me give a warm welcome to Jill Hubbard and Dr. Webb. I'll go ahead and leave it to you.
Sure. Thank you. So good to see so many engineering students here and intermixing and mingling with computer science students. You are always welcome to come and study. This is kind of our space where we hang out and we study and help each other. So please come here. Sometimes we have snacks back there. You're welcome to join in the fun. So this is this event, and Dr. Webb and I are doing this together. We're working together to put this on for you. Is going to be super fun and low stress. Let me first share what the format's going to be like so there are no surprises when you come tomorrow. When you come tomorrow, it's going to be in Obsidian. There are two rooms. There's 204 and 207. So we'll have engineering companies in 204 and computer science companies in 207. In reality, there's a lot of overlap. So feel free to just kind of walk back and forth and check out whatever you'd like. You don't have to stay in any room. Computer science students, check it all out. Engineering students, check it all out. You want to make sure that you're here the whole time. So don't come at 6 or 6:30. It won't be worth it. The return on investment won't be there. So make sure you come at 5 and block off 5 to 7. And here's what it's going to look like. And engineering students, you've experienced this before. For our CS students, this is new. For the first hour, they're going to be companies giving kind of short little overviews. This is who we are. This is what we do. If I were you, when I sit in the audience and that kind of a thing, I'd look and say, do I want to work for them? Does that interest me? Does that person who's sharing what they're doing seem like they're happy to be there? Is this someplace that I'd want to be long-term? So you always want to have that hat on. Remember that you're valuable. Sometimes when you're a student, you think like, oh, please give me a job, please give me a job. But you're at the very beginning of your career, and people want to invest in people that are going to make them money and have good character and do a good job. So that's what they're looking for. They're looking at you as their future. You're valuable. Don't devalue yourself in these circumstances. So that's going to be the first part. The first, I'd say 45 or so minutes, just back to back. Big companies, here's who I am. Presenters talking about their company, talking about if there are opportunities for employment. If they're not opportunities for employment now, things change quick. So don't discredit it. Just still jot down what are they doing? Check back with them. I like this company. Jot things down as you go. So that will be the first part. The second part is kind of like, I don't want to use the term, but it really is kind of like speed dating, where you're going to have companies at tables and you're going to rotate in groups from table to table to table. There's going to be, it's like a 7-minute timer. Go to your next table. Go to your next table. Here's why we're doing that. It's really scary when you're talking one-on-one with someone. Sometimes if you're not comfortable with that, it can feel intimidating. Like, what do I say? What do they say? Oh my God, they're looking at me. But if you're with a group of people doing that, it's less so. So 3 or 4 of you will go to a table where there's an industry person and you'll ask questions. And then you'll jot down kind of responses, and then you'll go to the next table. By the end of the night, you'll have a pretty good sense of who those companies are and what you want to further investigate. Let me pause for a minute to see if there's questions about that format that you have. Yes. Yeah. Great question. We're going to kind of figure it out on the fly. If I see somebody come in, right, I'm going to say, wait till the next time, and I'm going to put you in this group. Yeah, that's my thought. I don't know. Professor Webb, yeah. Great question. Because some of this we're kind of figuring out as we go. So it'll be, you know how it goes. For a little, it'll be a monitor and adjusting going on. Other questions? Okay, well, let's try this. Let me ask you a couple of questions first. Okay, this is tomorrow. You're going to come be there by 5. So don't stroll in at like 5:01. If I were you, I'd be there 10 minutes early. Kind of get the lay of the land. Who's here? What's happening? What's going on? What should you bring? Resume, definitely, right? Resume. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe dress professionally.
Maybe dress professionally. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So by dress professionally, what do we mean? What should you not wear? What should you wear? Like how do I have to wear a 3-piece suit or a dress? That's not my thing. But what should we wear? So think about it. Business casual, right? So that might mean a pair of slacks or a button-down shirt, or I don't know. You don't want to come in. What shouldn't you wear? Yeah, I would avoid jeans if I could. Now, if you're like, that's all I got. That's all I got. There's on COCC, there's a is it called clothing closet? Am I getting that? Clothing connection you can check out. Or if you have like a dark pair of jeans, what do I have on right now? Not that much. So, but thank you. 11 to 2. COCC campus, Missy? COCC. Gotcha. And go. Thank you. Perfect timing. 11, open 11 o'clock tomorrow. Go check, see Missy if you're not sure where on the COCC campus. But look through your stuff tonight. Like, what's the best thing that you have, right? That you can put together. Try to avoid like stuff with holes, shorts, sandals. I would avoid that for sure, as best as you can. Anything else? Yeah.
Bring a notepad or something.
Something to take off.
In a lot of lawyers don't want to be able to disassociate like one said.
Great point. Yeah. So pen, pencil, computer maybe to take with you. Right. Take notes. Anything else come to mind? Yes. I check out people like I'm gonna meet them and they're like really good that person a lot. So yeah, great guys about that now because you're too big. It's a scary part of these platforms. You can check people out. Great ideas. Okay. So jot that down, think about it, make sure tonight you look through your closet, you get your stuff together. Okay, let's say you approach somebody and you want to introduce yourself. So maybe it's the end of the night. Now, here's another thing I do, maybe you do. I go through these things, I jot down, they start next to this person's name, start this person's name. And I kind of a little give an impression, right? Because I know I'm going to feel the problem with that. So I might go over to somebody at the end of the night, try to introduce myself, right? Oh my God, I got to introduce myself. What am I going to say? And then I stuttered and I sweat. That's pretty much how I know. Right. So let's think about that now. You're going to go over and introduce yourself. I'm going to say,
Hello, my name is Wayne.
yeah, let's start with that. That's a great big place to start. I forgot to say my name many times and been like, oh shit, I forgot to say my name. How did I know it? So hello, my name is, and what? Now, you need to walk away. Hi, my name is Bill Hubbard.
Professional, like that, but parents and chief. conference long. I think, yeah, something to do with your attention. Hello, my name is so-and-so. I'm looking for a blank, looking for a summer job. I'm looking to get to know about your company.
Gotcha. So your intention, why are you introducing yourself with them? Now let's think about it from their perspective. You're coming to me, right? And I'm thinking, what's this person have to offer me? Honestly, if I'm going to give you a job, my mind is, should I hire them? What can they do for me? Not what can I do for them? So let's flip that. So you're going over to somebody, hi, my name is Bill Hubbard. What would I say next? I'm going to go right or wrong. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm a junior in computer science. I'm interested in on the blank. Maybe I'm looking for, maybe I can do this for your company. Maybe you know something about their company. I've read about your company. I'm so excited about fill in the blank. Right? But then I'm like, oh, they shut me out. Okay, it's time here. Yes.
Sure. So this comes from experience. Recruiters and hiring managers love it and they can act in interest of their company. What do you build? What do you do? What is like? What's your culture like? Ask wisdom questions and don't like totally slam them, but you'll be curious, interesting, because they're trying to sell to you the job as much as you're trying to sell yourself the job. Let them sell the job.
Right, great point. And you're gonna have opportunities, we're gonna actually brainstorm some questions, so when you're kind of going around in your groups, you can have some things written down. Let's go back to that introducing yourself, because you might want to do it at the very beginning, you might want to do it at the very end. Beginning, just to, you're walking around and you target somebody. Targeting sounds good word, you're zeroing in on who it is you're really interested in. Somehow have you practice introducing yourself at the party right now. First of the moment, jot down how you're going to introduce yourself, either on phone, on piece of paper, and then we're going to practice, do a couple of speed rounds. You're going to find some random person in here that you don't know and go introduce yourself. So it's 3 minutes, jot down what you're going to say.
I don't know. It's time. Yeah. I listen to you.
All right, 30 more seconds. Finish jotting down what you're going to say. And awesome. No, she's got to design. It might be someone else. Perfect. All right, ready? Are you ready? Okay, so again, you're going to find someone you don't know. Okay, don't go with someone you know. Like they're computer science and engineering students, intermix a little bit. You don't know. Introduce yourself. You're going to introduce yourself to them. They're going to introduce themselves to you. Ready, set, go.
No, I'm going on.
What that?
Brian was just like, oh, I'm just making myself available. I hope I'm not going to distract my time, Brian. Yeah. So, it's wonderful.
And I'm interested in what your company does. You do that. Yeah.
Cool.
Tell me more.
Cool. Hi, I'm Brian. I'm an instructor here. Yeah, but I've got. Yeah, it's on the YouTube.
Yeah.
And good news offers. You know, you got a new company up and thinking about it. And news and I see during this list. What things we have. The original also except for most verse. Just because. Yeah.
Cool. Hey, by the way, super stoked to have this. So it can be in your class.
Oh. We're doing all that fun stuff. We're still through my sister actually like to do stuff level. It's and not like professional. It's not within my job. You know, I have like do certain things. That's why I want to like. Well, I thought I'd pop in here to like. So wait, whoa, that's great. Your name?
That's it over here.
Oh, you're that mistake. Yes. Okay. Cool. Right on. You obviously read my question. Was that you? Oh, no, that wasn't. Oh, okay, cool. There's a ton more in there. Encourage people and say, let's give those a look. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And then I didn't necessarily want to like, you know, sales take over. So that's why I wanted to drop something discreetly there and, you know, type up when before quiet. It's not like powers. Well, no, feelings mutual. I'm learning along the way too. We don't really get stuff. I like that. Science, I need better framework. Stuff. Awkward. All right. This Curtis Tower, and I'm a junior here at OSU Cascade, majoring in computer science, and I'm very much passionate about family. What creature altitude? It's very interesting your comments. Cool. Yeah. My name's Phil Phillips, and I'm just a major. I'm a senior. I live in West. Patients. So, oh, that's gonna be like I just want to hear more about what you do. Ah, well, what they call some. I'm Trillium. Yeah, little or front. I mean, like, what are your goals? If playing the video, mattress, you know, we're like creating the see your ground. And looks on the call. Hello, I'm you, sir. What kind of speech? You have to be there for like 5 minutes. Yeah. Sure. Right, you said you're interested in security. Just I'll say it's not. Deep sea out the rest of this time. But relatively young. Talking about there's a little bit of saying.
Last 30 seconds and then have a seat when you're ready.
It's just something came up, so I have to go. So,
I'm sorry?
I think I also thinking about.
Oh, bummer. Okay, don't forget to try to fix that problem. I'd have to look at it.
Okay.
It's hard for me to fix it. It sounds like it's
Fine. Come back during your office hours or the. Whether.
Wednesday, Thursday.
They can probably come up on. Oh, you said Wednesday, so tomorrow, that's.
Tomorrow for.
Yeah, it comes tomorrow.
Sweet. Are you, actually, I can't do tomorrow because I have the, oh, wait, I can't get anything.
Okay, if you can't, I could do Thursdays, yeah.
Tomorrow's not, are you coming to?
Oh, probably not, I already have an interview sheets.
Think about it, though. It's
Okay,
helps build your awareness of what's going on.
yeah, that's true.
All right, so that's what we're checking. All righty. 80. Here's the next thing that I'm going to ask you to do. And I'm watching the time I know. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, where is it? I'm going to ask you to go to this URL, and I'll put this in the chat for anybody that's not with us in the room. But it's bit.ly/career fair spring 2023. So on your phone or your computer, go to this address. And the CS people that are here, if you can help get the word out to other CS people, we have about 7 companies, 4 of which are hiring. So we want to get people to show up from, I'm a little nervous because it's light in the CS stuff in this room. And we want to have a good showing for these companies and good opportunity for you guys. So please try to help get the word out. All right, once you're there, let me just put this in the chat too. Where am I? I'm so lost. There it is. So if you're not with me, it looks like just Seth. There it is in the chat, Seth, for you. And this is what you should be looking at. So what you're going to see here, you should make a copy of this document. I'll also have some handouts to give you tomorrow. But notice how it has for the computer science room 207, the companies that are going to be present, who their representatives are, and then a place for you to put some notes down. And then the same thing for the engineering companies. You're going to be in room 204. Name of the representative, some place to put your notes down. And you should, on your copy, Google search the link for this company and add it there. I should have done that. I should have not provided it actually, because it's better if you search and then read a little bit about the company before you come. We talked about the structure of introductions. Here are some example introductions. If you want to use them, if you're like, oh, maybe I want to beef it up before tomorrow night, here are some kind of templates that you can use. I would change them to make them feel natural to you. Okay? But here is something you can use just as kind of a canvas to play with. So let's talk a little bit about the second part. So the second part, and Professor Webb and, are you both Weber and Webb, both talked about like what kind of questions should you ask companies? So you're going to be going around in groups for 7 minutes. You're going to be seated at a table with your classmates, and you're going to have an opportunity to ask questions. So now we're going to brainstorm, and I'm going to write down whatever you come up with. There are no right or wrongs. We're just brainstorming, so you're ready. What kind of questions do you want to ask them? Yeah.
What's your favorite part of working for us?
Okay, what's your favorite part of working for whatever the name of the company is? Great. What else are you thinking? What do you want to know? If you're going to go work for these people, what do you want to know? How much do you pay? Oh, no. All right. Maybe we should avoid that. Why would we avoid that?
You want me to further in the negotiation process to bring it up?
Yeah, they might shut you down like, oh, they're not interested in me. They're interested in a buck, right? Okay, so let's avoid that. What else?
Well, instead of salary,
Okay.
ask about everything else. Benefits, perks, retirement plan. Find out what the rest of the package is.
Okay, so
That's
just
often a little bit of a lead question, but it's good to find out.
so I'm just going to put this as just so later. I'm not going to put this as maybe something you'd ask now, but if offered or if there's interest, negotiate salary and understand benefits. Don't be afraid to ask like things like, do I get stock options? What is the healthcare? All those kind, what does that mean? Right? But that's later. So I'm just going to put this as a later. We had one of our students who actually will be here tomorrow. She did the best negotiation of salary I have ever seen. And I was like, well, I wish Nikita, she did I wish she had helped me when I got this job because it was amazing. What else? Culture. What do you mean by that? Sorry. I'm hearing him.
The fire point, the high thread, hour. That sounds good.
Perfect. So I'm going to write company culture. But the other thing you mentioned, and that's a question I personally always ask every job, what is the work-life balance like? That's code for, are you gonna work the heck out of me, or am I gonna have a life, right? What is the work-life balance like? That's a specific. Company culture is a little broader. Maybe you just want to come at it a little broader, see what they say, right? It's great. What else?
Your factor,
Yeah, how did you get to where you're at now? We're at this company. Great question. Yeah. What else? What else? Oh, I want to move around, but I have to type. Yeah,
wrong at the time.
that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Company culture.
I can sit here and give you the, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
What projects are you working about? What are you proud about? Help me figure out, like, hey, is this something I want to work on? Because remember, your goal, I want to work for them. So think about it like this: what questions do you need them answered? You need to answer the question, do I want to work for them?
Can I drop one in?
Good.
Well, if we're asking what we're excited about, one of my favorite questions to ask a potential employer is, what's your big problems? Find out where the skeletons are. You get some interesting answers, but this is usually like a good later stage question.
Yeah. What's the day like in your life working for this company? You prompted that one? Little bird.
Mhm.
All right, I'll compliment. Well, I like that. I like to know, what, what are some skills that someone, or knowledge that someone would need to have to be successful at your company? So what do you look on, that's a roundabout, what are you looking for? What else? Be more.
Right here.
How long? Boy,
I couldn't hear that.
typically say employee at your company. She said, shouldn't turnover rate. That's a great one to know. People come and go.
There's a word for that, attrition.
I like to beat around the bush on that one. Yeah. Last one.
see someone actually, what question said after that.
I love that.
Ooh, good one.
That's when I buy a car. Now, are you ripping me off? What do I really use? All right.
All right. Can I add one more? It's another fun one. Where are we? How is your company funded? And do you plan to go public if you're not?
Now, that's a later on if you're back on.
Oh, no, I like to ask that one early on.
How are new hires oriented or mentored? That's super important when you're new. I've heard people get thrown in and sit in the cubicle, and then I've heard people rotate around and, with the opportunities of the company. Great. No. Yeah. Are there mentorship opportunities? Mentorship opportunities.
All right. And which side of the mentorship relationship are you looking at with that question? Okay. Is the other follow-up for that? I might throw in, sorry, coming up with them.
Are you gonna be at this fair for like getting a job? Should I worry right now?
No. I'm a little too well practiced at this.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with it.
Growth opportunities.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, like travel opportunities or like, or even like what they're, you know, like homework versus at work or hybrid.
Lots of other great question. Yeah, you want to know that? Are there opportunities to, or what is your? I'll share too much maybe, but is your work environment hybrid in office? Are there opportunities to travel? Is it remote? Maybe you'll be able to work some. No. It's hard to think of this, right? I mean, we're doing this, it's hard. Good question. All right, I think it's starting to taper up. You want to add one more?
Sure. Now, in line with the question earlier about skills, finding out like what technologies they use, just to see if it's stuff that you're versed in and familiar with,
That's a
and if you can match it. So
That's great. Great step.
All right, so now you have some solid questions, right? Again, you're going to bring this with you. If you want to see some additional questions, here are some links, and they have some additional questions that you might want to add personally before you come. So just to kind of take a look through and go, oh yeah, I want to ask that, or I want to see that. All right, last part here. So now it's the end. You've gone and you've circled all the companies, you asked your questions, you put your notes, you go home. What should you do? Like, now what? Is that it? Are you done? Okay, so send them an email.
Connect on LinkedIn. If you send them an email, make sure you get their email address. That would be a great question. How should I connect with you after this career fair? That would be a question I would ask every one of them, right? So with something to do with the following. Anything else? Don't forget that follow-up, otherwise it's kind of wasting time, right? You want to, how do I reconnect with this person? Thank them for their time. Thank them for their time. At the very end, that's a good kind of walk around. That's that reintroduction. I really enjoyed the presentation. Thank you for your time. I'll be connecting with you on LinkedIn, and then you send an email. You can know these things. Yeah, who's that? Anything else? Forgot?
Go try and find if there is an explicit call to action. If they want me to go through a portal or if they want to send an email to the rest of them. Try and pull a specific call to action out of somebody and try and see if they can get something to ahead of you.
It's one thing if they say, just go to our career portal and apply. But a lot of companies will have internal referral systems. And if you get in on an internal referral system, that puts your name kind of top of the stacks. Because they may get hundreds of applications coming up. And if you express that interest and say, sure, I know I can apply at I'm happy to apply at your career portal or whatever application you use. But is there anything else that I can do? Is there anything more that I can do? Kind of help express my interest now.
Great point, Brian. I added that to your list of questions. They've all been told to share out if they have internship or job opportunities in their presentation, but you can also ask because maybe they'll forget, right? They're trying to get their short presentations together now. So are there current job internships opportunities? How should I apply? How should I connect with you after the career fair? Perfect. If there's a way in where you're not in a stack of a bunch of other things, great. Anything else?
Once people are above, right, so we connect with them on that level, like we should. That. So, after like what class they took best compare them for the thing where it was recommended for type electives. Their work and their company. They just start talking about like what class you gain the words, all super fun.
I'm going to add that to you. Do you recommend any courses to prepare for your opportunities? And then you'll notice up here, you'll be able to see if it's an alumni. It'll say like Shayla Lane, developer in OSU Cascades alumni, right? And you'll know if that's an alumni. All right, I think that looking at the time, it's about 4:40. Anything else that you need to prepare? Pretty comfortable?
Oh, that's gonna be one step. You're like nervous. Jack,
Oh, it's a good one.
I was waiting there. That. Flat right.
It's
Not always there later.
a great idea. Anything else? Yep.
Not only is it a small town, but especially in tech, it's generally small. Always be kind, always. Because even if somebody's not hiring you, if that changes 6 months later, they'll remember you as a kind person, as a respectful person, kind and respectful. So walk up to somebody and they say, hey, it's great to meet you. I'm sorry, we're not hiring right now. Don't just say, we walk off. You know, continue to express that interest. You know, great, I understand. I really am interested in what your company does. If things change, you know, I'll keep watching the job board if there's anything else that I can do. Because you never know what's going to change.
Great point. Actually, that's a great way to end it. And frankly, in general, always be kind and always be respectful, whether it's somebody you're interviewing with or a classmate or a colleague. You don't know how life is going to pan out. We all have ups and downs. Be kind and respectful to people. It will pay off in the end in spades. Thank you for pointing that out. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. It's been a long day. Thank you for coming to this. I'm excited. We're excited to see you tomorrow. Best of luck and let us know if we can help. Okay? Have a good night, everybody.